What is going on, guys? It's your boy Big Dylan and welcome back to another what to use in weekly heroic strikes guide. This is basically a guide where I basically go over the weekly heroic strike modifiers and give you recommendations as towards your subclass and weapons that I'd recommend using this week. This is July the 4th to the 10th. Without further ado, let's just get straight into it. So for the modifiers this week, we've got heroic, enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon. Airborne, players deal more damage whilst in the air. And last but not least is catapult, grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. So two good modifiers this week being airborne and catapult. For the Warlocks, definitely this week I definitely have to recommend the Nothing Manacles energy drain build with the scatter grenades. This is by far going to be absolutely hilarious. Airborne is always a great modifier for Nova Bomber found because you always seem to jump when you use your super anyway. Obviously catapult's on as well, so your grenade recharge is just going to go completely through the roof. You can probably just spam LB constantly, so it'll be pretty funny this week, definitely for Warlocks. As for weapons, definitely taking airborne into consideration. Hand cannons do have better in-air accuracy whilst jumping and shooting at the same time, so definitely hand cannons are going to be favoured as far as primaries go, but a solid, any solid primary legendary scout rifle or auto rifle, whatever you fancy using, will do you just perfectly fine. As for specials, again, make sure you're using something that you can jump and shoot with at the same time, where the weapon will still maintain its accuracy. Shotguns did get a nerf last time, but they still do work at pretty much like super close range, so definitely still usable. Fusion rifles and sidearms also heavily favoured. Snipers not so much, obviously, like I said, because you can't jump and shoot accurately. As far as heavy goes, Gallahorn is going to be absolutely insane this week. Obviously, airborne is going to be a big thing. When you use your Gallahorn, just make sure you jump and then shoot it whilst you're floating in midair or whatever, and then you're going to get a hell of a lot more damage, both from the airborne modifier, or something like a normal legendary rocket launcher will do you just fine. Anyway, let's jump over to the hunters. So for hunters, you do have a few choices this week as far as things go. First one being, I would definitely recommend giving the golden gun a shot this week. Definitely try out the Celestial Nighthawk, as it always does work really well with airborne. Just make sure, like I said again, when you're about to shoot your golden gun, just jump up in the air and then shoot, and then you'll be taking advantage of the airborne. So if you don't want to use the Celestial Nighthawk, you could go for a bit more of a ad control build with golden gun. If you don't want to hold onto your golden gun just till the boss at the very end, you could actually use a 4-shot golden gun helmet and then just literally clear up ads and just spec into golden gun full on with combustion. Absolutely hilarious build. It's something I like to play around with every now and then. Definitely recommend giving it a shot if you've never tried it before. The other one is obviously going to be the Night Stalker. Definitely by far probably the best PvE subclass in the game as far as things go for teamwork and being able to obviously increase everyone's damage on the boss. Definitely recommend running Night Stalker if you are playing in a team, or maybe even if you are playing solo. Anyway, let's jump over to the Titans. So for Titans this week, again, just like the Hunters, you do have quite a few good choices this week. First one being, I would definitely recommend running the Sunbreaker Titan, as you can pretty much fly around the map and throw hammers everywhere. Feel free as well to even spec into Suncharge. It's going to be really funny actually just pelleting around the map with that. Another thing you could do as well on the Striker is actually if you run the Peregrine Greaves boots for the Titan, where you basically, if you activate your shoulder charge in midair, you get like loads more damage. You could actually do that because airborne's on as well, so I mean the amount of damage you can actually get in shoulder charge is going to be through the roof. And the last but not least is probably going to be the Defender, mainly if you are playing in a team. If you're just trying to melt the bosses as quickly as possible, definitely recommend like something like a Weapons of Light build for the Titans. But anyway, that's pretty much going to do it. Sorry for not uploading for the past couple of days. It's basically because I've been waiting for my brand new controller to get here, and it just finally got here today because my other one broke. Basically, the right analog stick just wouldn't work whatsoever. As far as things go, I couldn't aim properly. It had loads of drift. Like it looked like my character. For example, now when I just stand still, my character just looks straight forward. There's nothing happens, you know what I mean? But on my old controller, the one that broke, basically my character just looks straight up into the sky straight away, and obviously that's really frustrating to play with, especially if you're playing Crucible a lot like I tend to do myself. So I just had to wait for a couple of days. I've got my new controller. The video grind is now back on track. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace.